turn my camera off. I'm still here though. I'm driving. I don't want nobody to be driving.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Why is he driving anyway?
No, you good. You good, brother. Okay. And they coming well. What rats coming in? That they chew. Okay. With a water heater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water heater.
Okay.
And I try to do as much as I
All right. All right.
I had to clean this shit up. Wash this.
Okay. Yeah, that whole white got it. Rats coming through it. Yeah, get a picture of that. Okay. Like I said, make sure you get my number and I get your number.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right, all right. Before we get started, I would like to explain the intro. What we're looking at. Um, the brother had rats coming in his house. He had it coming from his water heater, from his restroom, his bathroom, and his closet. If you look at his clothes, you may say they were nasty, but what it was flooded. He was dealing with flooding issues.
Oh,
We
I
also
know.
call it mold. So that's what the issue
Mm-hmm.
with that video. That's what you're saying. You're saying a person who had carpet who was dealing with mold when he stepped on the carpet, had flooding.
Yeah, look, my carpet look like this, so there's mold.
No, 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 no,
My
no,
carpet
not
look like this.
on the carpet. Not on the carpet. What it was damp and on the wall
Oh,
flood, and that's the mold. So
yeah.
today we went to Daron Village. We talked about going back to Daron Village. Today we had a chance to go back to Daron Village, and the blessing of it was we met a sister Sheena. She's on the live stream, and she allowed us to come into her home as well as other tenants, residents. They allowed us to come into their homes, and we explained hope to do or how we plan to help them legally. With the Georgia slumlord laws, we're talking about doing lawsuits. We're talking about going down to city council, the full city council meeting Monday, and providing rides. And so, before we get into all that, I want to go ahead and introduce these great people who allowed us to come in. These hardworking people, these people who are taking care of families, our neighbors, our Atlanta residents. I want them to let them introduce themselves and tell their own story because it's better to hear it from actual residents than from me outside trying to tell their story. So, sister Sheena, I want you to start it off. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sheena. I live in Darren Village. So my apartment is actually falling in. Uh, let's say rats coming in. My floor has sinkholes. My upstairs is breaking, the woods are breaking across the floors. My kids' room is actually the one that's falling down into the kitchen. And my bathtub is sinking down into the floor. My floors are alright, so yeah. I'm dealing with the slumlord.
So, how long have you been going through that? How long have you been dealing with these issues?
2 years.
And in those 2 years, you have been what have you told maintenance your situation? You told
Yes,
the
yes.
management,
We
okay?
ain't gonna say we ain't gonna say 2 years. We gonna say like a year and a half because
No, ma'am. No,
we
ma'am.
both been
No,
over
ma'am.
here two
No,
years.
ma'am. See, no, she has been going through her problem for a year and a half. I have
Mhm.
videos of my dates of entry 3 days after I moved into my unit. 2 years I have been going through this, ma'am. Not you, me.
Dealing
I
with those.
have been here for 3 years, y'all. I've been here for 3 years, so I can attest. I hear what you saying, and I am going through the same thing. I done been through I don't know how many management,
Uh-huh.
Alexia, David,
Yeah.
all of
Yep.
these people.
Sierra.
I I
Well,
I
Lamont,
I have
Mhm.
been there.
dealing with
yeah,
issues, these same issues. They keep
Yeah.
changing management. So what's being said, the owners keep changing management.
Yes.
yeah,
So
it's like every 6 months or
every,
every 3 months.
so every time the tenants complain, they'll change management as a tactic to act
They
like
lie. They said that they finna
Yes.
close them down. Give us time. They finna shut them down.
We have
Code
had,
enforcement coming through. You got a voucher. You
thank
gonna
you.
get
Yep.
this and that. I have been there.
been through
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
throughout all, you still
I've
paying
been
rent.
through the same thing.
You still paying rent.
Yes.
We have no
Still
Yes.
choice. We have no
no
choice,
choice.
What
or we're
choice do
being
we
forced to
have?
be
And rent
evicted.
is still going up, and this is
Yep.
inflation. Everywhere you
Yep.
go, it's a
Yep.
thousand or better. And they tried to pull the bull on us and say, "Oh, y'all got to start playing water, trash, pest control."
Yep.
You're
And
doing
all that.
neither. You're doing none of that.
Yep.
You're doing no
Yep.
pest control. You're doing nothing. You're doing
Oh,
none
we
of
had
that.
to
We didn't
pay.
have dumpsters out here for the longest. We
No.
got
Yeah,
plenty racks out here though.
Straight
yeah,
slumlord.
yeah.
That's all we
We
dealing with. We dealing
just
with slumlord.
recently got the
Trash
amigos to
can.
come out here to be. They hired the neighborhood dudes to be the maintenance,
Yep.
and
They sure did.
paved
They
the
sure
road
did.
halfway through. And then now that they claiming that the landlords are in Canada or London, they done gave us two, three
Uh-huh.
different type of excuses. So
Yep.
now the amigos coming in. They just when I tell you they just came in my house last week for the first time ever,
Yeah,
No.
they just,
ain't
They
came back
came into
yet.
my home. They
they just
came
did
into
my
my
stuff.
home.
Only
They
thing
came
is
to
my
me
air
and
ain't worked in
told
a year.
me. They
So
told me they came to complete my work order. They came in and put caulk around my tub. After I walked them through
Yeah,
my
they
whole house and
caulked
stuff
the
like that.
tub.
They
They
caulked
went to
my
Home
tub
say
Depot
this.
and
and
got
Let me
the
say this.
turned
carpet.
my
Let me say this.
dishwasher on.
Let me say this.
And they went. Yep. They didn't even do my carpet.
Let me say
They
They
this.
didn't
came
even.
and caulked the tub and ain't came back since.
Listen, I
Mm.
understand your frustration and that emotions are high, but I'm gonna say this: this live stream is cheap. It's cheap as hell. Need for y'all to talk one at a time
Okay.
so they can hear you because it'll overlap and your voices won't be heard.
I got you. I got you.
Okay.
So,
Well, I've been
so
over here 2 years and they ain't did shit. They just finally came in here and did some of the stuff. But like I said, when you walk in my house, the first thing you gonna hear is "Welcome to hell" because I've been living over here with no heat, no air for a whole fucking year, and I'm about to fucking die. I swear to God, I have asthma real bad, and this heat with the mold and the mildew in my house, and no air. Yes, that's gonna kill me. And then when it's cold, it feel like a fucking deep freezer in here. So yes, it's gonna kill me and my child. Like no heat, no air. That's supposed to be mandatory.
that's right.
And you just came in here last week to do the stuff that you supposed to be doing. Like they said, they bathtub. They did my bathtub. You did my wall where the rat was coming through my walls. They was chewing holes in my walls. Y'all fixed the holes. But the rats still coming in from the outside, pulling the stuff from the hole on the outside. They still in my walls though. And I don't know what hole gonna be built in, what wall gonna have a hole in the next because it's still rats in my wall. So I'm sitting here like this is still not making sense, but y'all want us to pay first it went from 850 to 900 now 225 rent. No, this is
So
not working at
hold
225
on,
rent.
hold on, Sister Mary. You mean to tell me that you're paying $900 a month?
Nine
Yes,
seventy
Yes.
five. Not wait.
yes,
They tried to go up for water and trash and pest control to 1065, but that wasn't going.
Yep.
that
So
one
now
going,
that
no.
now
Yep.
it is back to 975 a month.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
For
Yep.
some
That's
bullshit.
exactly what it is.
And it's not safe to even be outside. I don't my child don't go outside unless he walk the
Mhm.
dog. But But it's still basically like when we walk the dog, we gotta pick him up to run from the fucking rats because the rats is chasing us.
Yes.
Oh, let's get this. My car is fucked up because the rats so bold and they big. They be up under my car. They literally climb my tire and go up
Chew
under
through
the
the
hood.
hoses in your car.
Yep,
Chew through
that's
the
Yes,
exactly
my
what's
hoses.
car
going
is
on
literally
with my
fucked up
car.
from it.
That
My
is
My
van is
car is
sitting
going
out
through the
there the
same
same
thing.
way. Yes.
that is
So yeah,
that.
My car is going through the same thing.
this is serious, and then they don't want to fix nothing. Like when they had the shootout over here, my car got hit. My car had 5 big ass bullet holes. The windshields were fucked up, and the man in the rent office did not want to take heed to fix my car because when you get the police report and you do all that, the people, the landlord, they supposed to have your car fixed. I had to get my own car fixed.
Now,
Yep.
let me say this.
My
Let me stop
own
you right
car
there.
fucking
Let me stop
fixed.
you right there. Do you still have the receipt from when you got your car fixed?
Yep.
Yeah, I can dig them up. Yeah, I can dig them up.
Let me tell
Trust
you
me.
something. The reason why I asked that is because that will help you with your case. That money will be reimbursed to you once we file in magistrate court for the slumlord law. So
Yep.
every receipt that
Yeah.
you have for everything that you had to pay for, everything that the landlords or the owners were supposed to pay for, that will be reimbursed to you. That's the reason why we came out today
Mhm.
to make
And
sure
then
that you get your just
I'm
deserved
so
and your right.
glad my refrigerator went out over a year ago. I've been asking and asking and asking. It got around Thanksgiving time. I said, "Well, I'm supposed to cook for my family. What am I supposed to do?" I just bought me a refrigerator and set their refrigerator outside and told them to come get it.
In
Mm.
my case, this is Sheena speaking. I turned my camera off.
Okay, Steve. Okay, go
In
ahead.
my case, in my case, for me, like I said, for real, and I have in my videos, and I have emails from myself and the landlord that I sent to you, stating from 3 days into my moving into this unit, I've had a flood, I've had electrical problems, I've had my toilet, my tub, my whole bathroom floor is dry rotted, it's moldy,
Yeah,
it's mildewed up
I'm
under there. The
Sheena.
wood is
I'm with
broken.
you.
My
I'm
yeah,
kids'
with you.
bedroom floors are falling into the floor. Like that, you step on a board, you can feel the board shifting and moving in the floor. You stepping into the board.
Sister
Like,
Shayna, Sister Shayna,
uh
when I
huh.
walked in your house today, I felt. I'm sorry, as soon as I walked into your house, I could feel I felt that it was unlevel. And
Yep.
as I walked on, I could feel it like it had grooves or humps in it, like it was finna sink in or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the
Yes.
fear. That is the fear.
Yes, and that is that, and it's literally doing that, and you can see my walls buckling. You also saw the ceiling where my kids' bedroom floor is falling down. Those are studs coming through the ceiling. When do
Yes.
you see studs coming through the wall unless the foundation is falling?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Uh, now, Sister
Outside in my
Shayna,
front door, the rats have chewed a hole through the front door. They made their way in my house. They chewed a
we,
hole
yeah.
through my front door so big that you can see through the wall from the outside.
now
They were like, she took the key from them, and they said no.
let me tell you this. I'm not an exterminator,
Mm.
but we will figure out a resolve. That's gonna be part of our next mission to come out there and we're gonna do something about those
It's
rats.
the rats.
It's the rats for me.
I
Yeah, because it's
look.
the
I
rats.
told
The
you.
rats in the
I
foundation.
don't know what I did, but we put traps up. We said we came up with a
We
concoction
did, baby.
because I
I
had a
did. I
bad
did,
rat
baby.
problem.
Baby, the rat moved. The rat
The
moved the
bad rat
traps from
No,
problem.
where
we
I
gotta talk.
put
We
them.
gotta talk one at a time because it's gonna overlap, and the
I'm
people won't be
sorry.
able to hear what we're saying. So, Sister San, go ahead, Sister San, and you can
Like
go.
I said, I had a bad rat problem. You could hear it coming through the walls, chewing through the closets and
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mhm.
And we came up with a contraption and a formula in our house. And I don't have no rat. I even got me a cat. I don't have no rats in my
Yeah,
house no
yep,
more.
I got a cat.
Now
I
hold on.
got a
I don't
cat.
have no more.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And whatever you did, please let me know so we can do that with other units.
And these roaches about to tote me out the door. Lord have
Baby,
mercy. I'm so sick of these goddamn roaches. I'm sorry to even talk like this, y'all. But when I
No,
tell
no, no. Get
you,
it off your chest. Get it off your
I
chest. This is
don't
what
know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I clean. I try to do the best I can, and they gonna tote me out the door. But
so that
this ceiling,
infected.
like Sheila, this ceiling is about to fall in. The mold and the mildew. I know this is why I'm having sickness problem. I have a
yeah,
pacemaker. I have a pacemaker. I'm almost 45 years old, y'all, and I should not be in the health that I am right now. I literally had to retire from my job early. I'm going in disability decision right now because I cannot work. I have heart issues. I'm having seizures, breathing problems, all kind of shit. And then we got these mold and mildew. The ceiling finna
mm-hmm.
fall in. They
And
came and
speaking,
caulked the tub. What are you
Yep,
caulking the tub when we have no water pressure in the tub?
yep.
now, right now, my daughter, she has had 3 seizures in that apartment, and
Yeah.
nobody can figure out why. So my daughter has to go to a neurologist to
Uh
figure out
huh.
why she's having seizures. I've had to give her a diazepam because my daughter keeps having seizures, and we don't know why. But it's
I
always
started. Let
inside
me.
Let me
of
say
that
this. Let me
home.
say this. Let me say this. It's the mold and the mildew. It's the air quality. It's the pollution that you're breathing in constantly.
I
Mm-hmm.
I
didn't
can believe
have
that
no
That's
because
what's
you know
blowing
problem
she
you.
with
always
seizures.
gets sick at home. My children don't go outside.
That's
Everybody in
the
the
problem.
apartment knows my
They
kids
need.
don't go outside. But if they go outside, they got a risk of getting even sicker outside because these people use our apartment complex for a dump site.
That's true. I didn't
Yeah.
have no problem with seizures until August the 2nd of last year. Do y'all know between August the 2nd and just recently on Friday, I have had a total of 30 seizures.
Oh my
God,
30.
god.
And I haven't had
I'm
no
on
problem with
Keppra.
my
They
asthma
have
till I got here.
taken,
oh, that's one at a
they've
time. One
taken
at a
my
time.
medicine up 3 times. The medicine I take for my seizures is called Keppra. They taken it up 3 times. I'm on 1,000 milligrams of Keppra 2 times a day.
Mm.
And I haven't had no
Lord.
breathing problems
Goodness.
with my asthma or no problems with my blood pressure till I moved over here. Because every time I go to the emergency room for my breathing, my blood pressure be up. I be in stroke mode.
Yep, that's
You
Because
true.
struggling? You
this
struggling to
mold
breathe?
and
That's happened
mildew is
5
killing me.
times with her. That
This
has
this
happened 5, 6 times with her. Yes,
yes,
she has been in the
this
hospital
blood
that many times.
yes, and this it's this mold and mildew. I can go to work and be good. I can I can go somewhere else, like go get me a hotel room somewhere and be good. By the time I get home, I be like, I had to call you. You got an extra inhaler. I don't want to go to the emergency room, or I call somebody for an extra inhaler because I don't use up all my albuterol for my machine or my inhaler. I ain't never been on no damn machine or no inhaler like as much as I have right now.
Yep, that is
Never
true.
in my
Right.
life.
And in the last 3 years, my health has declined so bad. I've worked in law enforcement for over 20 years. I'm almost 45 years old. I should not be in the health that I am right now. I
Yeah.
should not.
Yeah, and I do believe that it's our apartment complex because I know I have been sick. Man, I can tell y'all, I choke in my sleep. I lay down to go to sleep
Yep.
every night. I choke in my sleep, and I'm like, where am I choking from? As long as I'm at home, I'm choking my heart out like every day. I can't stop coughing. Everybody in my house walking around choking, and nobody is sick. We just can't breathe. We can't
Yeah.
breathe. But then I
I
have
just, you know,
tried to move so many times. And I got the proof of that too, where I have paid moving fees and I have paid all of these app fees and all of this, and my apps are denied because of Darren Village.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
$300 for an admin fee. Picture doing that 6, 7 times
now,
and
now
being
explain
denied
that.
because
Explain
the
that.
rent office is being negligent.
Sister Trina,
Yeah.
explain why they
So
they
when
turned
we
you
go
down.
to move, when we try to move, because there is no owner of the property. The attorneys or whatever law firm that's supposed to be representing them, they give them the right to do pretty much what they want to do. They don't want to answer up to it, so they let them handle it. So these people use us staying there as a tool against us. If we don't do what we're told when we're told, then we're subject to being evicted. If we try to move out of the unit that we're staying in, that we're being forced to stay in, then they deny our rental verification by
Yeah.
saying we owe them money before we
Yeah.
move. Why do I owe you money for an apartment that's not even livable? Stop
That's
doing it.
right.
I've done it 6 times and I have the proof. And they send me emails about saying Darren Village has denied my request. They can't rent me
Yeah.
because of my rental history from Darren Village.
This is
It's
what
either
I'm
that
going through
point
right
or
now. Yes.
I've even had one rent manager. I'm sorry, Sandra. I've even had one rent manager stop my rental payment from a organization. They played around with the funds from the organization. Didn't want to put it into the file. It made it like the people didn't pay the rent. Like they play all kind of games with us over there, and we
Yeah,
don't have
that's
nobody
what
to
I
answer
was
to.
telling him today, that I have received assistance before it got approved. Now I'm in disability improvement. They just denied me for the same assistance that I was trying to get. And I'm like, I why would you do I just beat cancer? I just got a heart pacemaker. How did I get denied? How?
Yep. And see, with my sister's situation with the rental assistance, they had some lady come over there that worked over there for 1 month, right? She got everybody over there in the apartment complex social and stuff. And she applied for their rental assistance 1 time, and now they can't get it no more because
Yeah,
she
they
used their
won't do
social
it.
and they can't even access they apps no more. Like
That's
they
right.
done did a lot of fraudulent stuff over there.
Get my You're right. You are so correct.
Yep. Well, I sure been trying to log in so I can get one again, but I cannot get into the thing because they keep saying
And then, Miss
so
Charlene said, I don't know what's going on, but they denying everybody from the Darren Village.
but
What?
Because they
Miss
trying to
Felicia
shut
told
the
me that
apartment complex down. They
Miss
don't want to
Felicia
pay
told
them
me they
because
were
they're
getting it.
slumlords. The last time they
Miss
paid them,
Felicia
they ran off with the money.
Miss Felicia just told me what it was Monday. She said that everybody who did they run us this
They
got
denied.
no, she told me they got approved. She told me to get the
Yeah,
paper from
she
the
did say
office.
that. She told me.
But
She
She
where
told
just
me to
is
go
told
it?
on
me
there. Go
she
on
But
just
there.
where
told
Clarify.
me
is
Let me
it?
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
I don't
Who
know.
was what was the department or the agency that you filed for rental assistance from?
It
You
doesn't.
said
It doesn't. The thing is, why they denied, if they had denied anything, is because they couldn't get in touch with the leasing office. See, I had that
Yeah.
same problem. I
So
had
you
that
say
same problem.
any agency that you all file for rental assistance, whether it's
They play around. I have it in
Lockheed,
email.
anyone.
Yes, I have it in emails in my phone where
That'll be
they
they
perfect.
played with
That'll
me.
be perfect.
Like the people was trying to pay the rent, and they was like, "No, no, cause you don't. You saying we ain't fixing your stuff, right? We ain't fixing your stuff, so I mean, we could just let you get put
Excellent.
out.
Okay.
Like they playing games like
Okay.
that. So
no.
they
Now
was
hold on
using.
now. Hold on now. I had to understand it. What you saying is if a agency or organization tries to help you all with rental assistance, the departments themselves, Darren Village, will turn it down and won't take it.
Yes,
That's crazy. I ain't never heard that
yes,
And
before.
they
That's
and
crazy.
they just got a phone number again because the phone was off.
yep,
That's crazy.
The phone was off. Nobody could
yep.
get in touch with
And
these people.
one of
That's crazy.
I have. I'm
and
gonna have to go see
one of the
my
main reasons one of the
Let me say
main
this.
reasons why a lot of us get turned down is because when the people from the organizations get in contact with us and want information, want our documents and stuff, one of the main things that they want from us is our lease. If we go to the rent
we
office
don't have
and ask
one
them for a copy of our
because
lease,
we
they
don't have a
would not
leasing
give us an
office.
up-to-date copy. They would not give us an up-to-date copy. They said we behind on our rent. We need to pay our
Yeah.
back rent in order to get an up-to-date copy. That's the main
They
reason why
don't
a
no
lot
no
of us
no no
get turned
no
down.
no. She
That's
stands
it.
corrected. She stands corrected. Let me tell y'all how she stands corrected. Because they told us that, right? They told us that if we paid our back rent off, that we would get a lease. Guess what? I did that, right? and I still couldn't get a lease. You know why? Because there's nobody to sign the lease because they don't have a real leasing office. I mean a real corporate office. So they're trying to figure out who corporate is. This is what the rent lady told me. She said, "Well, we're trying to get to figure out what's going on with your lease. We're trying to get you a lease, but we don't know what's going on in the corporate office, and we
Yeah.
don't have anybody to sign your lease. So therefore, we can't just print up a lease because it won't be signed." So that's the issue. We don't have a corporate office. So whoever these people are, there are no people because again, they had all these people go to court, and what they go to court for, nobody showed up to court.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
And
did.
this
They
is the
did
That's
show
crazy
what.
up.
part. When
So
the
I
that
went to
when the
court.
rent office caught on fire, they claimed they lost everything. But don't you supposed to have backup files of stuff?
And they
yeah.
do, but don't worry because they didn't lose everything. I had it in my emails. So you didn't lose everything because after that, after the rent office burned up, Sean was still emailing me. You know what
Now
I'm saying? So you're lying.
how long ago was that when the rent office burned up?
It's been
uh,
what? Oh
a
shit,
year-
Are
about
a-
you,
9 or 10 months ago.
it's been about
It ain't been
8,
a year. It ain't been a
it's been
whole
It's
about
year
been,
8 months.
yet.
No,
It's been
you
about
talking
yeah,
8
about when
months.
it
been,
burned. I think
It's
I
been about 8 months for real.
Yeah,
About
it
eight
ain't been
months.
a whole year.
8 months ago. Okay.
Yep.
It ain't been a whole year because
But
Adriana
even
stay right
but
across
guess
from
what?
me.
We're not gonna blame the rent office burning up on them not having any files when the rent
Right,
office don't have any
exactly.
files because the rent office lights was off. So what are you talking about? How did you
Right.
lose files? If everything was on a computer system backed up into a computer, you didn't lose your
Backed
files. The
up.
lights was
That's
just off.
correct.
The lights
That's
are
correct.
yeah,
always off.
they lights was off about 2 months. The rent off.
Exactly,
That was
exactly.
before 2 months prior to the fire. Their lights
Before
was
the
already out.
fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before the fire.
Yep.
Before the fire. They lights was off 2 months before the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is some sick ass him. So we
They
got
had
we
got
got a
to
lot of
We
we
don't
we
have
had
a
got
lot
have
of
to the
work.
point where they was
We
just
have a lot.
asking us to get them anything. They was like, just give us $200-$300 for your rent and we'll
yep.
just
Yep.
zero it out. They was just
That's
it was,
exactly what they were
they didn't
doing.
want to fix nothing, but they wanted our money. They wanted $200-$300 still, $200-$300, but they didn't want to fix it.
Because they
Man,
had to get them
they
lights turned back on.
the 100% definition of
Well, the
slumlords.
slumlord,
Yes.
yeah.
100%. Yes.
They
So
don't
we
care
got
about
our work. We
nobody
got our
else.
work cut out for us, and we have to hold these politicians too. We got to hold them accountable. We have to. Not to say that we
Yes,
coming with our
because
hand out, but what we saying
um,
is, what we saying is,
I'm
we
sorry.
pay you. We pay you. Our tax dollars pay you. You sitting around here. You at CT Martin with a fake midnight basketball game, passing out food, and here it is right here. People suffering right here, and you don't need to come do a walkthrough. How many times
Right
have
across the
Andrea Boone?
street.
How many times Andrea Boone did a walkthrough?
Right
One,
across the street. Mm-hmm.
one,
She came over
one,
that one time. When was that?
once she came once, and this had to be like a couple of months ago when I had called her, and she came through here. She came through here once, and she threatened to shut the complex down. And that's
Yep.
when they started trying to get the Mexicans. When they finally had got the Mexicans out here to
Yep.
start trying to fix on stuff. She did that one time, but the only way I got my unit fixed, the only way that I got certain things done in my unit is because I text her and sent her everything, and I'm like, they're not doing anything. And
And
that's
we
when
was on
she
the
called
outside,
him.
and we was on the outside putting pressure on her too, because we came over there about
Yeah,
2 months ago, 3 months ago, and we was putting pressure on her. From the advocates
yeah.
to the activists coming through there, putting pressure, and we went to the Fulton County commissioners and put
And
pressure
look
and the
how
state legislature.
long, like you taught me today, look how long we went without even having dumpsters out there for
Yep.
anything. I mean, that was crazy.
Well, let
Yes,
me let
yes.
me say something about how I reached out to city council months ago, right?
Yeah.
And there was a city councilwoman. Her name, not even gonna say it.
Now say
So
it. Now call them, call their ass
her
out.
name is Angela Howell, right? So she works for City Hall, City Council. I
Angela
spoke to
Howell.
her. She pretended like, yep.
She must be. She's not a city council person. She may be working for one of
No,
the city council
no,
members.
she works for city council. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't. She's not a city council person. She works for city
Okay.
council. So what
Okay.
she did was she pretended to take information from myself, and I think I gave her. Tito, did I give you, Tanya? Did I give them your information?
I don't know.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Okay. We
So
got it. Okay.
anywho, I spoke with her and I gave her the rundown on what was going on in Darren Village. She was the first person to tell me that Darren Village was going under the wraps. Like, I don't know why they're still charging you rent because we're trying to move you guys out of there. We really want
Right?
you
They
gone
told us that a
because,
year ago. They told
yes,
us that a year ago.
she said, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's going on with it, what's going on over there. She's like, I don't know who's running what's going on in their village, where to my knowledge, they don't even have a property owner. It's going back and forth. People are trying to buy the property out. The property has, they pretty much trying to condemn me. And after she told me that, I don't know what happened. That lady hadn't spoke to me since. She won't answer the phone. She is like they told her not to talk to me or something because she would not pick up the phone for me, and I still have
That's
her
what
number
they
in
do.
my phone.
Yeah, that's their game. You talk to them one time, they claim they're gonna do an update. You send emails, you call, they avoid you. That's
Mhm.
their game.
You
Exactly.
call and ask about code enforcement, they flip you off.
Yeah,
Yep. 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 And they code enforcement, man. They told me, Miss Carter, we gave them 100 citations on your unit. It's nothing else
Yeah,
we can do. It's
yeah.
nothing else we can do.
they do their part, but you got city council members. I was in a meeting one time.
And they
Now I'm gonna tell you, I was in a community development meeting one time, and I heard uh two times. I heard Bottoms do this, and I heard Marcia Overstreet do this. They gave like a moratorium to the apartments. The apartments was in city code violation. They gave them a moratorium, meaning that they gave them an ordinance that allowed them to operate without having to worry about for 6 months the city code violation. So they didn't have to go to court or nothing. And on top of that, they didn't even move the tenant that was in need of being moved because it was a flood in the apartment. It was over here at the QLS apartments on Campbellton Road. So I don't
right.
heard them do that. They go over code enforcement head for the property owners.
And they come up and they put them notices up there in green telling you
There
to
you go.
stop, cease, desist, and
Yes.
all of that, and nothing go nowhere.
No farther than that. And because I was out there and I seen that was about what 2 months ago, 3 months ago when I
Yeah.
came out there, and I'm reading it. It said from last year June
Yes.
they came out
Yes.
there and they condemned these few units. But if those few units condemned, then the whole apartment complex supposed to be
And
condemned.
then they said the apartment people that's running it said, well, y'all been calling code enforcement, so we can't get no work
That's
done. So you
exactly
making it
what
look
they
like we
told us.
did something wrong.
Yep, that's what they
That's the
told
game they
us.
play.
What?
That's the game they play. The slumlords. That's a slumlord game. That's how they
Yep,
play.
that's what they told us.
So we have to go to court though. We have to. That's the only really option that we have that's gonna actually bring some kind of result.
Like I said, I was about to step out on faith. Baby, let me tell you, what time do we need to be ready Monday? Cause I'm coming.
Exactly. Because I'm
I'm
That's the
definitely
thing. The
coming.
gonna
city
be
hall
there.
full council. We working on that. We want to get out there early. Want to come out there because it starts at 1 o'clock. But we want to make sure everybody is comfortably placed on the bus. So we want to get out there about 10:30, 11 o'clock. We don't want to rush nobody. If we got to go back door to door to ask people they still want to come, or have they changed their mind? Because some people said they don't want to come, and we understand that.
I ain't
But
changed no mind. Like I said, I've been going through this for 3 years and have tried and tried and tried, and I don't know what else to do. I'm about to just step out on faith. Money, I know I'm a. Whew, Lord, it's high right now to try to move. To try to move anywhere is hard. I mean, period. It's just
even
hard.
even in the worst condition, they got apartments over there. I don't know if y'all familiar with what it is, Brentwood Creek. Those
Yeah.
old apartments, not the new ones they built, but the old ones. What they doing now, they coming in with this opportunity grant money, opportunity zone money, and they building up the outside of the apartment, not the inside. The inside still jacked up, still got flood problems, still got wiring problems, but they raising the rent. and all they doing is just painting the outside, putting flower beds and shit out there, and ain't doing nothing for the inside but raising the rent.
And that's how they were doing over here.
That's
That's
They
what
doing
they
exactly
were
all
what
over
they
doing.
the
doing
house.
over here.
I
Yeah,
kept saying, I don't stay on the outside. I stay on the inside.
and they
And that
living
was
Exactly.
loud.
But
that's what I would.
I'm in the house.
I have in my phone. I'm gonna find that video where I had recorded them, and I went in the rent office and I told them, we don't care about what y'all doing to outside the apartment. What about us living in these units? We live on the inside. How y'all up here talking about y'all fixing new properties, new units for people to move in, but you're not worried about the tenants that's living here.
That's already here.
In
That's
bad
the
condition.
crazy part. They were talking about we gonna fix up the units where people not in them first, and then we gonna get back to y'all. What? What are
Yes,
you
and
talking
they
about?
called the police on me, and I recorded them calling the police. They called when the police got in there. I asked them, "Why are you here? What do you have to do with this? Because this is where I stay. You don't scare me. I'm not gonna stop talking because you in here, and I'm gonna ask them again. What good is it doing you to fix units that we're not staying in, and we live in these rated ones? We about to die living in here, and you talking about fixing up something around us that you ain't not even completing the work in the first place. So yes, it's an issue with the tenants in Darren Village because they don't care, and I know they don't care. If you
So
go in
they
there with
got
them
a
with a
new
problem,
lawsuit. They got a new lawsuit finna come against them from last week when the man was found dead in the apartment
yep,
of a bando that
yep,
was with the broken window. So y'all
I
not even
should sue
securing
them
these
because
bandos.
guess what? He was right behind my house.
Yeah, girl. When I tell you, my boyfriend came in, he was like saying somebody dead up there in the apartment with the windows that shattered. The one that the window is shattered out. I'm
I
like,
know.
what?
Next to that
What?
condemned, next to that condemned unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
All of these units that they're saying is condemned. If they're condemned, why haven't they been boarded up?
I'm talking
Why
the
did
one that
y'all
is
stop
condemned.
That-
boarding them up?
and that's what
Y'all,
the
when they
problem is.
stop,
They're not
the
securing them.
only reason that the buildings in the front have those guards on them is because those were the units that they were trying to say they were fixing up so that they could rent them out to new tenants. The first building they were supposed to tear down and rebuild for somebody to move in. Then they was gonna do the next building that they put the little guards on. But when code enforcement gave them to stop work on the buildings, they just stopped it, boarding them up all the way around. They was like, why board them up if we can't fix on them type. So it was like leave them open. That's where the broken glass and stuff come from. And they trying to
Uh-huh.
blame it on our kids. They like y'all need to get y'all kids up. No, if you fix
Yeah.
the gate and fix the fences so people can stop walking across 285 and being able to cross over onto our property, and people can stop coming from running across the street when they get into a shootout at the store and start shooting up over here. You won't have to worry about that. We won't be going through that because half the windows broke because they done shot them out. The other half broke because crackheads that stay in apartments breaking them out. We stay next door to the crackheads that's breaking in apartments. What sense do that make?
Y'all, I literally have just had a lady to move into a bando upstairs across from me with her two dogs. She
Okay.
literally just moved in there, and I want to know how long it gonna take for them to realize that this lady just moved in, done set up a whole apartment.
About as long as it's taking them to realize all the rest of the people that just moved over here and set up in the whole apartment has done. It's a lot of people that's doing it. That's what I'm saying. I've been told these people I don't feel safe over here in Darren Village, and I feel like I'm stuck and trapped over here in Darren Village because we can't get out of here. Every time we try to move, they do some shiesty and
They
slick to
do
keep
something to
you
block
in
it.
here. They
They
gonna
do
do
something to
something to
block
stop
it.
you. They gonna tell these people that you're not paying the rent. They gonna tell these people that you're a bad tenant. They gonna tell these people something to keep you stuck over here. And now you force pay the rent. Whole thing is you all of this going on, but guess who not trying to put you out if you paying them their money?
They
These
ain't.
people. So
Yeah.
the problem is Darren Village.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm, it's the saddest thing.
It is. I'm over it.
There's for
Let,
some
let me ask you.
action.
Let me ask you all this. We coming up on 40 minutes. I want to do an hour set. Can I ask you all to either one of you all of y'all one at a time to show some of the problems that's going on in your unit?
Oh, most definitely.
Let me
So
Most
start.
go ahead, go first, Sister Sam.
Hold up.
oh, definitely. Like I told you today, if you can see this is mold and mildew, the ceiling coming in. It's nearly coming in
And how long that's been going on?
over a year.
Over a year.
This is the it's dry rotted all along here. This is the sink.
Man.
All of that dry rotted. Yeah,
Now you reported this a year ago. Nothing has happened.
nothing. Nope.
Yeah, like I
Nothing
said,
like
I,
that.
only reason why mine got fixed because I kept contacting Miss Boone, and she called them. The only thing they did not fix in my unit, well, I still got the rats in the walls. I can't show that until they come out, make a hole in somebody's room or something. But other than that, my air and heat has been out a year. It has been out a year, and it is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So that's what you got. Your air and your heat. You reported it a year ago.
Not,
It hasn't been fixed yet.
they have not fixed nothing. They just fixed they fixed the other stuff. Like I said, they fixed the other stuff, but my air and my heat, them and they got to get some kind of way. I don't know how they gonna do it with that mold and mildew mess, but that's that's what's messing
So
with
you
my
don't have
breathing.
any more mold and mildew in your house that you can see.
It's like when they put that dishwasher in. If you was to pull it out, you will see it. But they put the dishwasher in. They put that other
Yeah,
dishwasher
cover
in.
it up.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
They just
But
put a new fuse box in right there at the wall. I if you could see all this light right here up here, since I moved in here, none of this worked. The ceiling fan never worked. That's why it looked brand new.
So it
Never
never
worked.
worked. That's in 2 years,
Never in 3 years.
3 years. Never
Never
worked.
worked. Everything electrical on the wall, no plugs, none of that going upstairs, never worked. They put a new fuse box in last week. I had was having some problems where I had to buy a vac, a wet vac, because we didn't understand why where this water was coming from. We kept thinking something was going on next door, which it was, but we had to wet vac the floor every day, several times a day, because the fuse, it all was connected from the ceiling fan, the plugs and all of this up there. Nothing. It was something with that, to the fact that water would just leak out.
mm,
And they
Man.
literally just fixed this last week. And that had been from over a year. I literally had to wet vet my floor for a whole year until my dude figured out, let me buy a plug this in into this closet, so we won't have that problem no more. So now we don't have that problem anymore. This is what they fixed last week when they claim, oh, write all this stuff down and let us know what we need to fix. They caulked the tub and fixed the fuse box. They were supposed to fix the water pressure in the bathroom, because you could turn on the water, the cold water would work, but when you get up to hot, it literally like drizzles out,
So no pressure on the hot water.
not on the hot water. And then I figured out how to kind of rig it myself, and it comes out a little bit more. But it's still not like you can get a full on hot shower.
All of these problems.
Mm.
All of these problems. And you all are paying. What you said, 875 or
975.
Nine
Nine.
seventy
975 a
five.
month.
But hold on, let me say this. My water in my house smells like sewage.
it sure
Every
damn do.
faucet I turn on smell like
You
straight
better, you
toilet water
better,
in here.
You
Take your
better
bath
have you
in
some.
it.
You better have you some bottled water to drink, cause if not, you gonna be thirsty.
Oh
And
my
even
Yeah,
goodness.
even taking a bath, even taking a
and I
bath
have to
in
bathe
that
in that
thing.
water. I have to
And
bathe in that water. And you can
they
see,
turned the water off the other day. I'm not sure what for, but they turned the water about a couple days ago. It was off up
yeah,
until about 5:30.
they said they was fixing a pothole.
That's
That's what
safe.
they said. That's what they had said.
My building, the I building, we had
I
a
ain't,
whole bad sewage problem
Oh
a
yes,
few
I'm in the
months ago.
IB. Yes, if one person toilet or sink or something stopped up, everybody in this IB
Everybody,
toilet
yes.
is like
At the
and
like
see,
same
and that's
they
what I
time,
was
they
just
down
telling
to
him earlier. Y'all still having them problems with y'all plumbing, and over
yes
here
that
we're having problems with our whole business because we got a trip on here. I wish they realized it. Like I don't understand. So I'm trying to figure out how they gonna move me from right here where I'm at in G3 to G4, and everything's gonna be okay when I get to G4. If G3 is falling down, then G4 gonna go down with G3. So they just want me
Yeah,
to go down.
because it's
and
connected. That's crazy.
then our toilet downstairs when it was stopped up, it just kept flooding over. Every morning I get up, it's me or my uncle getting up water, but then when you step outside, you see everybody down the sidewalk cleaning up water out the bathrooms from
Uh-huh.
down.
That's
I
what
want
All
to
of
take
our
happened
y'all on
toilets,
a tour.
all our
I would
toilets is
love to
like
take y'all on a tour to my house, but I can't. My phone was just going dead. But I'm gonna have a lot of pictures to show for this
okay.
city hall meeting
And we
because,
got
I'm
baby,
gonna take pictures too so I can send to Lee too. Yeah. Mm-mm.
listen to y'all. We got a lot of work that we got to, we got to document all of this. All of this has to be brought up when we go to court. So all this has
did
to
you
be
get the
documented.
photo bomb that I sent to you, brother? Did you get the
Yeah, I got
photo
the
bomb
photos
that I
that you
sent to
sent.
you?
The what
All
now? The
right, did you
photo?
get that video?
Yeah, I got, but I
I
haven't
sent
had
you a
chat.
link.
Do you realize how many people when I came out that was sending me
Oh,
videos
I
and
know. I told you. I
bombarding?
know. Now look at that video I sent you and look at that kitchen wall. You gonna see what I mean by this bathroom that's upstairs. I had a whole waterfall in my kitchen. I was in there cooking that day. I was cooking. I was minding my business. I wasn't bothering the walls or nobody. I ain't even saying nothing to a
I
wall.
thought we was at the water park. I thought we was
All
at the
I
water
right,
park.
all I know is something just kept tapping me on my shoulder, and it was the water from upstairs. And it started like doop 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 doop, and then it went doop 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 doop, and this is coming out of my light fixture in my
Yes, the
kitchen.
light.
And
I the
then
light upstairs.
That's so
And I'm
dangerous.
so
That's a
no,
scared
fire.
this
something
was
gonna
in the
catch on
kitchen.
fire. I'm just
No, this
thinking
was in
something
the
gonna catch on
kitchen.
fire.
That's the
I know
worst
something gonna
fire.
catch on fire. 'Cause
Electrical.
yes, and all they
Electrical fire
did
is
was
the worst
came in
fire.
here and changed the bulb on the thing. They didn't change these wires. They didn't go on this wall. And I keep telling them the leak is in the wall. Why y'all keep coming in here fixing the outside and nobody's going inside these walls? Well, no, it's okay. We fix it. We fix it. If you fix it, then why is it still coming down? Because it's not fixed.
Oh. Yeah, we got our work cut out for us.
And then
They
they
got a
hired
work
the
order.
dudes from the neighborhood to pay the and
That's how
they
my
hired
car
the
got
dude,
messed up. That's how my
baby.
car got messed up. They paved the road all right. They paved the road and they paved my car with road. I had tar everywhere. I had to pay somebody to
We
scrub this
walked through
tar
the tar.
off my car.
We had to
They had
walk
to
through the
bump
tar,
and
y'all.
bundle. No, they had to bundle and bump this tar out of my car.
Lord have
I got
mercy. They
I had to
mm,
keep buying bundle for my car. Baby, it's everywhere. I can't.
They don't even look like
The
they
rats
paid, and
done
they
chewed,
not still
rats done chewed the hoses out. They done
yeah.
tarred my car. And they don't have the nerve to tell me they can't tell me who owned the company because the rent office hired them. So since the rent office hired them, they're not obligated to disclose to me who the people are that
Right.
damaged my property. This is what the rent office told me, by the way.
Mm-mm.
Lord have
You
mercy.
know what? You know what? Like I said, we got our work cut out. We're
Ooh,
going to
Lord,
city hall Monday.
after this talk, I need a drink. Ooh.
Hey, we all need a drink. Look, hey, look, you read my mind. Hey,
Ooh,
hey, God.
Lord, Lord have mercy. Ooh.
Man, I'm so
So
pissed off and I feel so bad, man. To see us living like this. And then your
Yeah.
hard work, good people paying rent and living like
paying
this, like
nine
a
seventy
third world
five at
country.
that.
Yeah.
That
I
shit
said
pissed me off.
I've never thought in a million years. Like I said, I worked for law enforcement for 20 years. I've lived in better condition today. I ain't never seen myself in my 40s, almost 50, living in this type of
Baby,
condition.
I done seen
You
hole in
stuck
the
though.
walls
You
that's
stuck.
better than this, okay?
It's-
I have been in better holes in the walls as clubs than I live in. This is what I'm trying to tell
Baby,
you.
a Bankhead
Yeah.
court was better than this, baby.
Yes.
And that's
It's
sad
some
to say. I know
apartments
like that.
down the street. They don't even have a name. It's a little smaller they used to be Kimberly Courts or something like that back in the day. But they're real
Big time
small
killing
little,
court.
yeah, man,
Yeah, they,
what?
they
Man,
actually courts
I
now.
would rather live. I would rather live there. At least they fix stuff.
Now
I promise you,
Kimberly
they
Court now.
fix stuff.
Kimberly Courts is Ashley Courts now. You talking about on
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
road? Yeah, they
No,
pretty nice.
this
They
is
pretty
Kimberly.
nice now.
Not Kimberly Court. That ain't something else. It was Kimberly something. They were right there on Martin King. This a street.
Oh, you talking Kimberly Way or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they actually have a maintenance crew. They actually
Yeah,
fix stuff.
them apartments on Delmar a little bit did better than this, so they actually fixing shit up right there.
Yeah.
Them ones on Delmar behind us.
The
It's
Well,
problem
ladies,
is,
I
y'all,
think
they don't want to fix nothing because they want us to pay more money. They want us to pay more money for us to be able to stay in something that we feel like is for us a conditional place for us to live. At the same time, they know that half of these people over here can't afford the rent that they paying now. So why would you try
yeah,
to go up on the rent knowing that they're already struggling? And if you're gonna do
right.
that, you need to let them know in advance that this is what they're doing instead of throwing it in their face and saying this is what you gonna do or you gonna get out. A lot of people moved out and moved in a place they didn't even know where they was going because they was scared they was about to be evicted trying to save their face and then they still
Yep.
couldn't even move nowhere.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right here, I thank you all so much for your courage. I really apologize on behalf of them slumlords for what you all are going through. I apologize for myself for not being there sooner and not doing more and getting there faster because you all been going through this for so long. You're good people trying to take care of your family, but now we here. So now we got to put some foots in these city council member ass. We got to really stick it to them, and we got to get the justice that you all deserve. So we just go
Yeah.
step by step, you know. And I thank y'all so much for reaching out. I thank y'all so much for coming on this live stream and sharing y'all story. I really appreciate that.
Okay,
So
well
that's
keep in
time to
touch.
go to work. No,
That's
you all
right.
keep it in touch. You have
I'm
my
so
number.
glad y'all came out. I'm just because I swear it just felt hopeless. It felt
Mm-hmm.
hopeless. Like what the heck are we gonna do? And when
Right.
I tell you it ain't that but God, because when I tell you before you knocked on that door, we were just talking about this. I said that is God. God said you called me, let me answer you. You knocked
Mm-hmm.
dead on the
That is
door.
true. That is
I
Look,
true.
said what?
I got off work and came down the street. By the time I got down the street, y'all was gone. Hello, shit.
And I appreciate y'all opening y'all doors because, you know, when you go through something like that, man, you know, because I come from low income at Allen Temple. You know, I raised John Hope, Allen Temple, been here. Man, I'm telling you, man, them conditions, it still ain't got nothing on what y'all going through, even coming from Allen Temple back in the day. Ain't got nothing on it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But we're going to do the best we can. We're going to get
Yep.
something done. I don't like to make empty promises. I like to be realistic, but we're going to fight tooth and nail. You know,
But
and
just the
whatever they
fact
come
that
with,
y'all even trying to help us, I
Exactly.
so appreciate that because look, we the few have actually been trying to get some help and we couldn't get no help. So for y'all to
Mm-hmm.
even just come through, we appreciate it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
thank you for that. We
Just
appreciate you all. We're going to go ahead and end this live stream. Y'all got me so hyped up and pissed off at the same time.
man,
This shit, hey, you better
man.
take back the old league. Look, this shit got me so pissed off. But we gonna keep it moving forward though. And like I said, Hopefully, we'll be back out there Sunday. If we
Okay.
don't get back out there Sunday, we're gonna make the calls.
Okay.
Okay.
And I encourage you to reach out to your neighbors. I will be giving out the calls, the text message, letting you know what time we'll be there, what time
What
the
you
bus
say?
will be
You
there.
in G3? You said G3?
Yeah, yeah.
Three? Okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
gonna come round now.
I'm in
I'm gonna make it
Akron.
my business
Okay.
to come round now.
All right, baby girl. I'm here.
Okay.
Together, that's right.
My
All
sister
right, y'all
across
have
in Akron.
Oh, she down the walk from me.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm in the
right.
Oh,
She
Aviator.
right across the way.
wait. Your uncle,
That's
the little
that's
short guy?
yep.
My
Oh,
uncle,
that's
yeah.
my buddy. That's my
That's
buddy.
it. Yeah, that's my uncle.
Okay. Yeah, cause I'm
Mhm.
on the corner. I'm on the corner, and
And
then
you
the
on the end
Mexicans,
right there.
the
You on the
Mexicans are
end?
next to me, and then y'all right next to them.
Yeah,
Yep.
cause your son be
My
talking.
son's best friend used to stay in y'all apartment. Her name is Sean. She passed away of cancer. Yeah, right
Mm.
there. I
Yeah,
three.
yeah. Yeah, your son be talking to me every time I walk my dog, cause he be
There
like, I
it
got
is.
a dog just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you there.
All right now.
Okay. Lee, y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
We're
you,
y'all
gonna
have
guys.
talk
a
to
great
All right,
y'all
all
Sunday.
right.
again.
All
And
right.
if
Y'all have a good
anything else
weekend.
transpires in between now and Sunday, I will be calling you.
Okay.
Call
Okay.
me. Call me, text me, send me pictures, send me video. We going through it.
It's a
Anything
photo
you feel
shoot,
like you
baby.
want to
It's a
call
photo shoot. It's
for
a photo shoot around here.
any issue you have, if your family member have an issue, call. Any issue
Gotcha.
that's had.
I
Okay.
got you.
All
Thank
right,
All
you.
y'all
right.
have a
Talk
great.
to you later.
All right,
Everybody,
Have
good
a great
night.
night.
all
Good
right.
night,
Have a
guys.
good night.
Good night.
You too. Good night.
All right.
Excuse my language.
Nah, you good. You good, brother.
Come through here, man.
Okay. And they coming well. Well, coming in. Me, man.
It's a hole that you
That they true. Okay. For the water heater.
yeah,
Okay.
water heater.
Okay.
And, I tried to do much I
All right. All right.
clean this shit up.
Okay. Yeah, that whole that's coming through it. Yeah, good picture. Okay. Okay. Like I said, make sure you get my number and I get your number.